I hate to say it, but some of the old money-saving cruise tips just don't work as well anymore. However, there are some new money-saving hacks that I have been trying out that work today and can save you hundreds and even thousands of dollars. Hi there, I'm Ilana from the website lifewellcruise.com. Welcome back to my channel. Now, not only do you want to save money on your upcoming cruise, but you don't want to sacrifice how good your vacation is. So these tips and tricks and hacks are really going to help you to save hundreds, if not thousands of dollars, both on the cruise ship and in port. Now, before I get started, I did want to mention that if you like this video, if you find it helpful, informative, or enjoyable in any way, then please do give this video a big thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Let's get started. Number one, bid for a cabin upgrade. Now, gone are the days that cruise lines are giving away free cabin upgrades. However, you can bid for an upgrade and pay much less than you would have paid had you booked that cabin outright at the beginning. Now, in our case, we received two different upgrades. In one case, it was from an interior to a balcony cabin for my parents. And in the other case, it was from a balcony to a mini suite for us. In both cases, we saved probably about $1,500 on my parents' cabin. And in our case, we were 3 people in our mini suite cabin. We bid a total of $800, which was considered a good bid, and we did get it. And I can confirm that we did save close to $2,000. Number 2, look for specialty dining specials and promotions. Now, you definitely don't need to book specialty dining. However, if you choose to, there are often going to be dining packages that are sold before your cruise. Now, you're going to want to look for these on the cruise line website, as they are going to be the best pricing that you're going to find. Now, alternatively, on some cruise lines, they're going to have a night one special. I love this because it's always going to be less crowded at specialty restaurants on the first night of your cruise. And on Carnival, as an example, you'll be given a free bottle of wine when you go to the specialty restaurant on embarkation day. Number 3, skip the cruise line excursions. Now, cruise line excursions tend to be very pricey, but there are some really good alternatives that will allow you to not miss out on the cruise port, but also to have a better experience. Now, this video is sponsored by Shore Excursions Group, who we partnered with for our excursions on our most recent cruise, as well as for other excursions over the last few months. Now, on our recent Canada-New England cruise, not only were the excursions cheaper than with the cruise line, but we were also able to book small group tours or even private excursions for a very reasonable price. Now, when we got off the cruise ship, our driver was there to meet us, and we were able to personalize our tour. Now, our very smart driver in Halifax had the idea that what we would do is we would reverse the tour so that we would avoid all of the crowds that come from those big cruise line bus tours. It was really smart, as we did have 4 ships in port that day, so that when we did get to the Titanic Cemetery or even Peggy's Cove, we avoided all of the crowds from the other ships. Now, in St. John, our local driver was not only a great tour guide, but also became our unofficial photographer. On our Bay of Fundy tour, we not only went to some of the more popular spots, but he even brought us to an incredible lookout for one of the lighthouses that we were unlikely to see on one of the big bus tours. Now, if you're like me, you probably like things to be as convenient and easy as possible. So I particularly appreciate the Shore Excursions Group website, where you simply put in your information for your cruise ship and sail date, and you'll be able to view all of the excursions by date and by port of call. Now, as I researched my excursions for my Canada-New England cruise, as well as an upcoming Caribbean cruise, I was able to read thousands of reviews so I could see what real cruisers really thought. Now, I'm a very cautious or even nervous traveler, but our drivers got us back to the ship with plenty of time. They were definitely very conscientious. As well, Shore Excursions Group does have a back-to-ship guarantee. Now, I'm often asked about what recommendations I have for third-party excursions, And I am very comfortable recommending Shore Excursions Group. Not only did we have a great experience, but they are sold through travel agencies and even cruise online booking websites. Now I'm going to leave all of the information, including the website for Shore Excursions Group, linked down below in the description of this video in case you do want to check them out. Number 4, skip the medical center and bring your own first aid items. Now this is going to seem obvious to some. However, we witnessed this on our last cruise. I went to the medical center about an inquiry, and while I was there was a lady that was there for basically a scrape on her knee, a little bit worse than that, but she did need to see somebody at the medical center. Now, the appointment itself was $150, and after that, the bandages and different items that were needed to care for her were at least an additional $100, and she was very upset about it, but she couldn't get to the store on the cruise ship because we were still in port and it was closed. And she told me this would have only cost a few dollars had she taken care of it herself, but she didn't bring those items. Number 5, apply for cruise line as well as other travel credit cards. Now, I was definitely not somebody who is into the travel hacking and points, but my mind is changed on this. Firstly, when it comes to cruise line credit cards, you could earn 2 or even 3 times the amount of points, depending on the cruise line, on all of your cruise purchases. Now, you could redeem these points for free cabin upgrades, for onboard credits, as well as even free cruises. Now, in my case, I finally applied for the Marriott Bonvoy credit card, and I do tend to stay at the Marriott hotels. I was able to get a sign-up bonus of 60,000 points, and I'm earning points now on all of my purchases that I can redeem for future hotel stays. Now, please let me know, by the way, if you use any travel reward points cards and programs. Please let me know down in the comments below and share your tips and tricks. Luxury cabin hack. Now, this isn't for everyone, but instead of getting a family suite, consider getting 2 cabins side by side with an adjoining or connecting door. Now, if you have a balcony, on many cruise lines, they'll actually allow the cabin attendant to open up that balcony partition. In essence, you get 2 bedrooms, sometimes 2 sitting areas, 2 bathrooms, and a double wide balcony. Avoid parking at the cruise port. Now, at the hotel that we stayed at recently, we found out that they have a park and cruise package. Now, this is really good for people that are driving to cruise ports of call. Instead of parking at the port, that honestly can cost you potentially $50 a day, you could stay at the hotel. They'll give you one price that is going to save you a lot of money. And oftentimes they have a free or a reasonably priced shuttle to bring you to the port, which not only saves you money, but can save you a hassle as well. Now, I have 2 more tips, but the last one is such a big money saver and most people don't know about it. Skip the drinking package. Now, sometimes the drink package is going to be worth it for you, especially if you do have a bundle or depending on how much you drink. But if you're a light drinker, bring your own wine or your champagne or your sparkling wine and make your own mimosas, make your own sangria, or simply drink your wine in your cabin or bring a glass of wine to dinner. You can even skip the specialty coffee or tea by bringing your own flavored coffee creamers or your own favorite tea bags. Always watch for price drops. Now, a lot of people just aren't aware of the fact that up until final payment, if the price lowers, most of the time the cruise line is going to honor that lower fare. Now, effectively, this can save you hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Or if you don't want to actually get that refund, ask about a cabin upgrade instead. We did have one cruise where we were sailing in a balcony and we were able to upgrade to a Vista suite for the same amount that we paid. Now, while this usually applies only up until final payment, if it is after final payment, it is still worth calling your travel agent or the cruise line to see if they have anything that they can do. Now, I'm going to leave all of the information about Shore Excursions Group linked down below in the description of this video. And I'd love to hear from you. Please let me know your own money-saving hacks and tips that you've learned. Please share them down in the comments below. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a big thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Bye for now and happy cruising.